Alright y'all, here in this video I'm a little frustrated, okay, because there's a secret to shooting no one's talking about. Now that's not the reason I'm frustrated. The reason I'm frustrated is because 2K, without saying nothing, and here in this video I'm gonna discuss it, keeps fucking patching and tuning releases and shots, and they're not saying it publicly no more. But it's very fucking clear to the people who are playing the game. It's very common knowledge now that every time a release gets publicly talked about and it starts to get a little bit more popular, this shit becomes garbage. So y'all know when the game first dropped, I got my 79-point game, right? I did that with the Stephen Curry release. I went out there in a video had like over 200, 300,000 views, and I said, y'all, fuck with this release because I'm telling y'all rhythm shooters are the way to go in 2K. And then they patched it. Not only did they patch the specific release, Curry, which went from the most consistent form in the game to one of the most garbage releases, but they also patched other stuff in that same video. In that video I said release with the right stick. I'm telling y'all about that boost. The shit is impressive. Y'all need to be moving with the right stick. They patched the boost you get with the right stick. So now you can't use the right stick no more, Agent. So I went back to using square recently. Occasionally I'll use the right stick, but not often. Agent, is that it? No, because when I got my 95-point game, same thing happened with Kyrie. A release that was incredibly consistent over the course of a few weeks became all of a sudden, a couple weeks went by, bam, inconsistent now that I'm using it. What the fuck happened? And I was trying my fucking hardest to not believe it. So I was like, why would 2K do that? It doesn't make any sense for them to start patching somebody. Why would they do that? And so y'all know I have like an archive of releases that I use. A lot of them aren't fucking public no more for this very reason. So you might have a sharpshooter or a playmaker, shot creator, and you're wondering, yo, Agent, why isn't my shot going? I'll tell you exactly why in this fucking video. Because they don't want your shot to go in. I'm gonna discuss this in more yo, you're gonna like this. Alright, so in the past I told y'all, please guys, play some My Team, alright? Just play some My Team and find some releases you like. Now they don't always have to go in because some people are gonna have worse shots than others in My Team, but find one you're like, whoa, this guy only has like a 77 shot, but he's fucking dominating on My Team. I like his release. I can use this on the fucking My Career side of things. I told y'all to find that player for you, alright? Find the player you enjoy playing with outside of the whole My Career lock-on player genre, and then hop over here into this menu. Come over here, y'all. And all you gotta do is this one thing right here. Go to create a roster, and then let's go to official 2K Sports roster. Now, let's say, for example, I know I don't want to expose any releases right now, so I'm gonna just go with the random release. I'll say, I know D'Angelo's a release I really liked last year. I haven't tried it yet this year, but if you really like D'Angelo's release, click on him once you go to create a roster, edit player, bam. Go down to the signature area, click on signature. Alright, once you click on signature, you'll see the release that 2K gave D'Angelo Russell. Now, sometimes it'll involve a player like Stephen Curry, other times it'll involve a numbered release. So it's a combination of both. So you have to have the jump shot creator for this to work. And so once you got that, get your phone out, y'all. Take a photo. Bam. So I want to use D'Angelo, Stephen Curry shooting form with the high school 5 base. By the way, this shit looks awful. I'm gonna have to test it out though, we'll see. Alright, so once you do that, hop back into My Career and go to your jump shot creator. Once you go to your jump shot creator, you create that jump shot. Now look, it looks a little funky because D'Angelo's left-handed player, now you see it shooting with the right-handed player. I'm gonna introduce y'all to a theory right now, okay? Now this is an unproven theory. I still have some things to work out about this. I have a theory that left-handed players shoot more consistently than right-handed players. If I can go back right now, I'll make a player left-handed in an instant. I don't know what it is, whether it was D'Angelo, James Harden. There's so many players when I play My Team where left-handed, they shoot so fucking consistent, at least relative to right-handed shooters. Now, it's not always the case. You'll see some YouTubers with right and left-handed, but it's a theory I have. So if you have a sharpshooter and you don't really give a fuck whether he's left or right, I'd say side with left. It doesn't even have to be a sharpshooter. It could be any archetype, but you know. So once you've made this release, just test it out. See, don't test it out on the My Core or in My Career, because that shit's not gonna work, all right? When you hop online on the Pro-Am, the latency is gonna be different. You know, there's that controller button delay, especially when you're playing on the park, especially if you're playing Old Town or Sunset. Those are the really laggy parks for most people. So you want to try that shit out because this is the only other way to make it work. I mean, the alternative to doing this is we can go through all fucking 1,000 of these jump shots and set shots. We can try and make combinations that work, or you can find a player that already has a combination that works. If you want, you can fine tune. I don't really like the shot base. I'm gonna find something similar, but I love the release, and you can make adjustments if you want, but I prefer just keep it the way it is. Guys, the era of choosing one of these releases here, going Carmelo Anthony only release. By the way, Carmelo's is probably one of the worst in this entire fucking game. Or Anthony Davis only release, or fucking Stephen, it's over. over, alright? It's over. It's over. There's about 1 or 2 releases I know about in these page where if you just strictly use them without a custom jump shot, we're actually, like, they're a pretty good fuck. That's it after that. Another thing you also have to keep in mind is the height of your fucking players. So you probably don't want to be using a 6'9" player's release on a 6'1" player. It's gonna look very different when both of you release the ball. It's not gonna look the same. A lot of these players have sweet spots on their release, spots that you have to release them in to get the green every single time. And when you have a different height, when you have a variation of height, you got a tall player and your player is short player, it throws everything off, right? You just make things more consistent. If you're a shooting guard, look into players like fucking JJ Redick. I've tried that, it's not good, but like players like that, I'm just letting you know. Doesn't mean you can't use releases from taller players, it just means don't make that. Nah, it means you don't use those fucking releases, alright? They're probably likely not gonna work. He's getting to a whole new level of bullshit. I was watching a D-Man video the other day, and he was just throwing it back. He said, yo, this is one of the first gameplays I got on 2K. He said it was the second game he played on his prime. I was like, alright, lit. And I was seeing some of the animations that he was playing with, which I didn't even notice they took out the game. So if y'all remember, you remember that corner stutter step you used to do? They took that shit out the game. They thought it was too easy for people to hit corner threes apparently, but they didn't say shit about it. And that's the part that fucking bothers me is, Agent, why are you complaining? Cause shit hasn't changed. They're patching shit now, and where previously they tell us they hit something, they're not telling us anymore. I'm literally finding out by myself. It took me watching a video with a video that was recorded 2 months ago that was uploaded the other day on another YouTuber's channel to see, whoa, where the fuck did that animation go? I remember I never get that animation. They have a stutter step animation now, but it is so, for sometimes you'll be running and you'll catch the ball in a retarded angle. The beautiful stutter step corner shot animation where you stutter step, catch the ball, pull up, is gone. That shit's out the game. I was like, whoa. And so that's my major problem is if you are a shot creator, 2K didn't say in their latest patch that they patched shot creator. They didn't say anything about that. In fact, even on Mike Wang's Twitter, hold on, let me go to on Mike Wang's Twitter, this is what he said. Nothing tuned this morning. If I don't tweet anything, just assume it's a normal roster update. They will happen on a regular basis. That's what he said. But he's lying though. And in fact, I'm glad somebody replied to that tweet and caught him. Chris responded to the shit and said, y'all fix shooting, stop fucking lying. If you're a shot creator now, you notice. I know they didn't say it. You had to play the game and find out, right? That you don't get nearly as many green releases as you did before. And of course, this is when one fucking smart ass comes up in the comments talking about, Agent, but no, I still get the, fuck you, alright? I get it, we still get greens, etc, etc. I'm saying it decreased, I'm not saying it went away completely. Guys, stop fucking arguing absolutes when I talk about some shit in the video. This shit is annoying. If you have to argue absolutes all the time, it's probably because you have a weak end of the argument. Alright, let me relax, Agent. Yeah, relax, Agent. It's just that they don't fucking tell you what they're changing in the game now, and so you gotta fuck up and find out on your own. And here's the good part, people. Here it is. It doesn't matter if you have your three-point shooting maxed out, your mid-range, or you're shooting off dribble. That stuff is important. You want to get the badges, you want to max out, you want to give yourself the best chance, right? But if you've done all that, you're a sharpshooter, let's say, you got a 94 open shot 3, right? And you're missing open, you're asking me, Agent, what the fuck is happening? First of all, you gotta know they tuned the players, alright? So now you start missing open shots. That was a patch note, by the way. Can we think, how crazy is it that somebody sat there and said, we should start patching open shots? Not the contested ones, although those took a hit as well, those deservingly, right? But the open ones. And then somebody else agreed, and that's what they did, is they patched open shots. So what you need to know now is, this is important. But what's way more important is the release that you use. I'm not fucking playing when I told y'all I've experimented with over 100 releases and I have about 3 or 4 that are fucking beautiful. I have like 2nd tier, 3rd tier, 4th tier, and I'm not gonna say shit about it no more because it's gonna get patched. I mean, I'm giving y'all the strategies to find your own right now, but that's what you need to do. I tried 1 or 2 releases, Agent. Yeah, try 20 or 30. And then try more than that. Play an hour on the park with them or play on the prime. Test the shit out. Don't play offline because the release is gonna feel totally different when you hop online. So hop online and try some of this shit. That's why sometimes you'll see me on the park, you'll see me breaking, you'll be like, oh, that's what Agent's doing. Agent's trying to find another one of those beautiful releases. Because on the chance that they get patched, I wanna know that I have something else to fall back on. Because that's what's really important, is your release. Because if you have a very good release, I've seen it, and I've done it too, where you have a guard, you click square and you fuck it up, but since you have a beautiful release, the shit still went in. And you're like, yo, At that point, you get tired of all the way over here and you still miss. I should have got a green, I didn't get it. I bricked an open shot. That shit doesn't happen anymore with the beautiful release. And that's so frustrating. They literally, if you get lucky and find, because that's what it really is. You just have to try shit out until you get lucky and you find some shit that works, then keep it a secret. Once you get lucky and you find a release that's a green machine for you, you better fucking hope. You better hope nothing happens to it. Because they won't tell you when something happens. You'll just have to hop on. You'll be like, whoa, what's happening today? It's probably just an off game. Probably just an off day. Hop on the next day, the next day. What the fuck did they do to my release, yo? And for me, it's easier to look back because I record all my games. I upload some of them. And so when I do that, I can look back like, yo, that's how I used to shoot with the Kevin Durant release. I can't do that anymore. That was one of the releases that took a hit. A release that was phenomenal in the past, garbage now. That's just it right there, y'all. You have all the tools you need after this video, okay? I don't know what the fuck they're doing in 2K headquarters, to be honest. It's incredibly frustrating to be a sharpshooter and miss open, and so I'm trying to find my workarounds. On top of that, they patched the dribble moves that sharpshooters like to do in the past. They patched catch and shoot. I can verify that as 100% fucking fact. I think something is done to corner specialists, but I have to do some more research into corner specialists. As of right now, it's still probably one of the most effective badges. And I get that they're trying to make the game more balanced by, I want to make sure that there's one player dominating using all the cheese methods. But what people are doing right now, it's not cheese to shoot with Kevin Durant or Kyrie or Stephen Curry before those were hit. That's not cheese. And they won't admit to it. They'll claim as nothing fucking went wrong. Just like they claimed in the patch notes, we didn't do shit to shot creators. But you know what happened, because you're one of the shot creators, right? I'm sure y'all know 2K got that shit this year. They don't have to patch it. They can literally just tune it and change the percentages. They have a little fucking dial in the 2K headquarters where they can fuck your shit up pretty much and make sure your releases, no matter how amazing you are at releasing the ball, always bricks. And the only workaround I've found to making sure that shit doesn't drive you crazy is to make sure you find one of these custom releases using the jump shot creator that works to perfection. I mean, there's videos on YouTube if you guys need help trying to find the jump shot creator. Basically, you just have to go to a fuck ton of practices. I think the number for me was 120, 130 practices, and then Coach K calls you, go to the Coach K meeting. Don't miss the fucking Coach K meeting. You might not get another one for a while, and then you finally get the jump shot creator once you talk to him. And the jump shot creator is the key. It is the major key. There are a few releases that work where you don't need the jump shot creator, but the jump shot creator, if you can combine all the releases that you like into one, can you imagine taking the base you like and putting it with the release 1 and the release 2 that you like, meshing it properly? It's all about, I mean, I know it takes time and someone's looking for like a fucking shortcut, but if I give you the shortcut right now, because I know about 3 or 4 releases that are beautiful, then it won't fucking matter, because in a couple weeks, everybody's gonna be talking about that fucking release and it's gonna be patched as well. And then, I mean, you had a couple good weeks with the release, but then what? And probably the more annoying part, and this is the last point I'm gonna make, is there's latency involved online. And so when you click square and you release square, there's a little bit of delay between when you click it. I know it's online, the delay is gonna happen, but especially on the park, the delay is out of control sometimes, so it's tough to even control your release. So you can't even do much about it in some instances, especially if you're playing on Old Town. I mean, that's about it, y'all. If you guys enjoyed the video, you found it helpful, make sure to leave a like, subscribe if you guys are new, share this video around, okay? Because they can patch and tune specific releases, but they can't patch everything, right? They can't start patching all the My Team player releases because they put the combinations together for the My Team players, and so you don't have to sit through and adjust. You just have to try them out on My Team and then bring them over to My Career. You're out here dominating. Find your favorite player on My Team. Start to use that release in My Career. See if it doesn't change your game. And the crazy part is, with the jump shot creator, you can even slow down the releases. In fact, most of the releases on My Team are normal. By the way, I believe it's easier to control normal releases. I keep talking. I said I'm gonna end this video, but the last thing I'm gonna say is, when you put on quick, a little bit more difficult to control, but when you're playing online and they're closing out, you're gonna need that. So it's all about you. It's your decision. I'm gonna catch y'all later. I'm out. Peace.